So with an AK-47 to shoot that far and be so precise, that's not known for its accuracy at distance.
Assassin.
So not all optics you can get behind with nods. So if you have a laser on the side, that's what you would use to see where your rounds are going. Massive open field that you literally have to haul ass across. We're seeing our guy here finally getting down to a low crawl. I mean, that should have been some suppressive fire for him to make a bound like that. That's a lot of time to expose yourself. Hey there, my name is Geoff Reeves. I'm a Navy SEAL, and today on Gamology's How Experts React, we're gonna be watching gameplay from Arma 3. And with that, let's dive into it.
Since we don't see anything, we can push down to Alpha. It's not too far from us, and try to get that cap.
I like the inter-squad comms.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice, effective use of, well, join out from behind the cover.
Alpha.
South side of Alpha, one enemy.
Good use of concealment. So it looks like he's got a saw in his hand, or it's an M60 with the handle on top.
Behind a rock. I think I got him. I got him. You guys good?
I like how we actually shot the rock, which actually puts more frag, more debris up into the bad guy's face, which could actually injure and wound him just as much. That was really good. Whether he meant to or not, that's another thing. It's not necessarily a point and shoot weapon. It looks like an aim point on there.
3, 2, 1.
So not my weapon of choice for such an activity, such a thing like that, but if that's what he has, it's what he has. 'Cause that's more of a rifle type thing, because the kick of that gun is no joke. But I do like how he's using it, manipulating it very easily, utilizing it like a 9-pound gun.
He's down.
Behind corners with it. That's actually a really good technique. He actually moved off the wall because you can see that your offset between where your optic is and the rifle, if he would have just peered so his optic looked at it and it could see it, his rifle would have shot the actual structure, so he moved out. That's really good. Something that people in real world, when you train to shoot around cars or shoot over cars, it's called height over bore. Sometimes people shoot the car right in front of them because with their sights, they see the target, but they forget that the actual bore is a couple, depending on the weapon, is lower than it. Than what their sights are, and they actually shoot the hood or shoot the light out on the car. So that's actually a really good maneuver that he did. Jeez, he is cruising through ammo.
Whoa.
So sustained fire like that is unrealistic because you actually melt your barrel or ruin your barrel on that. So sustained 3-round burst for such a weapon would be more applicable. Massive open field that you literally have to haul ass across. We're seeing our guy here finally getting down to a low crawl. I mean, that should have been some suppressive fire for him to make a bound like that. That's a lot of time to expose yourself. Shooting weapons like that, 40 mic or RPGs with all the shrubs and branches around, to take a shot like that, I don't think I would, just because I've actually seen real world where rounds deflect off of a branch or something like that and come back your way. So to shoot through something like that, pretty risky shot in my opinion.
Eyes on. Contact.
So with an AK-47, to shoot that far, I think it's an AK, looks like an AK, to shoot that far and be so precise, that's not known for its accuracy at distance.
Watch my back blast. Back blast. Back blast.
Actually, sorry.
Good call on him. Back blast is referring to actually the exhaust. When the rocket leaves, everything that comes out the back end, that can actually kill people when it comes out or seriously injure them. So for him to call that out, for all the other players to get away from it, that's actually a really good thing. That guy's got an endless supply of RPGs, unless he's utilizing what the enemy had there. It's a lot of weight to carry in. We use purple, not necessarily pink smoke, but we do use purple smoke in the military. We use all kinds of colors, really. Red, green, blue, yellow, white, purple, all different kinds.
Oh!
Nobody watching a 6? Looks like they snuck up from behind him. Got him. Back to the RPGs.
Take cover. Run into that.
So I'd be switching out that RPG for something else right now. Not be hanging on 1 second longer to that thing. I like how it comes up underneath. You see his trigger hand. His dominant hand is on the pistol grip. Comes up underneath, racks it. That's great. Love that. So depending on the distance that that bunker is at the top, to be shooting down low like that, it would be ineffective because it could potentially be out of range. It looks like he's barely getting it there as it is. But like how he moved up to the top level, he can actually arc him in better and gain some better distance. Yeah, but he's hitting short, but meanwhile giving away his position. So probably should try something else. 50 cal will reach out. That'll reach out very well. But honestly, with that mounted position like that, they could probably have coordinated exactly the distance to it and can hone in on you very easily.
Oh, I nailed him.
And when you launch a 50 like that, it makes a heck of a barking sound. That's fascinating. They're sitting here using this as a fortress without trying to make any movement forward. So what are we doing? I like how the weapon goes back and forth to the different angles. That's really cool.
I probably should
Hell
be
yeah.
able to see him.
Everybody in the platoon has a basic level of TCCC, Tactical Combat Casualty Care, where they can apply tourniquets, bandages to a certain degree. Then after that, our corpsman actually comes in. So in a situation where, such as this, you want as many guns in the gunfight as possible, so you would try to get the guy out, stabilize him really quick, and depending on the severity of the injury, you're either calling a medevac right away to get you out of there, or if he's mobile, that's great. That helps you. He actually can still be a gun depending on the wound. But in this defensive posture they have here, what's our objective? And that's what I'm missing at the moment.
Yeah, we got friendly on each side.
But I do like that in the communications that they have going on, it seems like there's multiple elements moving and everybody's listening to it, so that's really good. Good use of angles on security, that's really good. Tactician-minded he is. Ooh, back on old nods.
Assassin.
So not all optics you can get behind with nods. So if you have a laser on the side, that's what you would use to see where your rounds are going. Some modern day ones you can.
Holy f***, it's dark tonight.
I love that. That's true. Depending on if you have cloud cover with no illumination, it's difficult. It's where you have like the IR flashlight on your nods that you can push out a little bit. So they're moving pretty fast even with nods on because the depth perception's off because it doesn't automatically focus. You gotta have a practice with nods before you actually get on them.
All right, go ahead and get your guys organized. 1, 2, this is actual.
That's a lot of kit on his back. Holy cow. So this is a very difficult point here if you gotta cross a bridge because if it were me, I'd have something set up on it. So anybody comes across, annihilate them. That's a very dangerous crossing right there. You gotta be hauling ass across there to do that safely. The fact that there wasn't anything set up on there doesn't tell me that the enemy is all that smart. The urban environment, just look at all the possibilities that somebody could be looking at you. All the windows, the rooftops, the doorways.
Team and actual, I copy.
So it's interesting. They've got a lot of people, it seems, spread out all over the compound, and that's going to make it difficult for identification who's who. To have the squad together to be able to move, you actually have a better footprint of security that you can effectively use. Oh, so who is that? Who's the skydiver?
Stable, and then we are continuing to push.
Roger that. Well, I mean,
It'd be skydiving in right in the middle of a firefight. That's pretty ballsy itself.
get off the main road.
Oh yeah, duck in there.
That's from the dead west, dead west, dead west. I got tagged.
Copy.
I like how it actually shows the parts you've been hit. That's really cool.
From the west, over.
So why don't they bump somebody up into the roof? Get some overwatch on there.
1, 3, act.
Hey, now we're getting there. Get some elevation on our side.
Hey, I got infantry southwest.
Man, stranded. Their big guns are stranded. That's not good. They may be going in and getting those guys out. So then that mission's changing, or potentially could change right now. Black Hawk Down's a great example of that. I mean, max effective range of this weapon is 600 meters. And he's pushing it pretty good out there, where you could probably have one of your snipers do a better shot than that. The confusion that's occurring, I enjoy that. I like how they implemented that in the game. People don't know what's going on.
Copy, look for last.
Elements are broken up, doing different things. That's real. Which is more important, why he wants to keep the squad together so you can actually have better command and control and better movement through the town.
I can't see anything.
The frustration is great. I love the frustration because that's absolutely what happens in the real world. You plan for it to go 100% and it barely ever does. So to throw in those curveballs, optics going down, weapons malfunctioning, people becoming injured, or something not happening the way you planned it to, the frustration, the chaos, that's really good. I do enjoy that. And that is more real world than I think probably anything I've seen yet. Arma does a great job, incorporates a lot of good things that we do real world. I don't know if it was programmed that way for the maps not to come up or the confusion to be instilled, but I definitely like how you have different elements talking in the background over the radio. Push people out and communicate to set up on others. There's some tactical choices that the game player made that I would do a bit differently, but as far as the game itself, it looks authentic. That's pretty cool. I definitely like that. That would be a game I would go out and get to check out. Thank you for joining me on Experts to React. To check out more videos like this, check out Gamology's Facebook page and their YouTube channel. And if you want to see more about me, check out official Geoff Reeves on Instagram. And if you do stuff like this for real, check out shadowworksgroup.com for some of the best protective kit out there. And I'll see you next time. Hello, my name is Geoff Reeves, and today on How Experts... Yep, someone needs to. Yeah. And if you do stuff like this,